Hello, everyone, to the workshop. I'm reading to you the welcome reading group meeting by Alessandra Pomarico, Esta Pope, Yaira Suma, Maya El Sanati, which you can find on YouTube under the name of Curator's Introduction. I will also put it in the pad later. Take a moment right now to allow yourself to fully arrive. Allow the dust settle in your mind. Bring attention to your body, to your breath in this present moment. You have arrived. Welcome. You are welcome here. Your culture is welcome here. Your social origin is welcome here. Your traditions, your skin color, race, gender, education, language, accent, style, and all of the complexities that make up your cultural identity are welcome here. We welcome all the ways your sexuality has and is unfolding. We welcome all the ways your gender has and is unfolding. We welcome you in your ignorance. We welcome you in your privilege. We welcome you in your grief. We welcome you in your guilt and in your shame. You are welcome here. We welcome your wounds and your scars. We welcome your personal and collective trauma and the physical and psychic diseases you suffer in your present. And also the spectral pain you carry across generations. We welcome you at whatever level of physical and mental wellness are you currently functioning. We welcome your introversion and your extroversion. We welcome all the experiences that led you to this moment. Thank you for surviving. We welcome you at whatever level you're currently decolonizing. We welcome you in whatever moment you are in divesting from systemic patriarchy, white supremacy, ableism, and all other forms of intersecting forms of oppression. We welcome you as you unlearn internalized anti-Blackness and cultural norms, consumerist addictions, and exploitative habits that no longer serve the health of our interconnected communities and ecosystems. We welcome the part of yourself that you are still figuring out. Have you arrived? Welcome. You're welcome here. So we are talking about moments of crisis, and what is a crisis is a very different from where you are, how you were brought up, what you had as previous experiences, what your surrounding is, what the general, what your general state of mind in the moment is, and so on. And one model that I want to show you, which I usually learned to use, especially as an educator, which is like the learning zone model, which kind of invites people to come out of their comfort zone to start learning, but also be very aware or like try to understand when the panic zone begins, because in the panic zone, learning is not possible anymore. But if we have a look at this model in a different way to see it as a crisis model, I think it can also teach us something, that like some people may be a lot in their comfort zone, and some people may be a lot in the panic zone, but this is also very different individually from whatever that means. And then from these different zones, we try to tell each other about crisis. And also, I experienced that some people are in different zones when facing the same crisis. So, like, the situation may be the same, but for some person, it may be a comfort zone, and the person is like, no, this is like completely normal. I don't feel uncomfortable with this situation. For example, two people being very loud, screaming at each other. This is, to some, it's a comfort zone. To some people, it's panic zone, though, because it depends on what we were brought up with and what's our backgrounds also. Some people, for example, in times of crisis, they have the superpower kind of to be very calm and to be in the comfort zone. I see this with some social workers, but also some doctors who kind of like switch into a new clarity focus when everybody else is panicking. The polyvagal theory is a model that I want to introduce to you because it may explain how a person in times of crisis may react. There's a calm nervous system, let's say, state. In this way, for example, we're very interested in social engagement and connection, and we feel like, oh my God, all of these people are so amazing. I would love to meet new people. I would love to be engaged. I would love to go out. I would love to all of that. And then when something happens, this might change. Our nervous system is changing to a different mode, let's say, which is the fight mode. So, for example, this can be especially triggered if one person changes this mode, then also the other person may change that mode. So if I start to be very angry at you because I don't know, you don't listen to me all the time, and also you don't seem to care about me at all, then it will also make it will have an effect on your nervous system as well. And then you might also change your mode. So we interact with each other. We're not just like individuals doing our own thing, let's say. And our nervous systems react to each other and very subconsciously talk with each other, let's say. And if the rage and anger and frustration, irritation, it doesn't work, like the person is just not getting me, then yeah, I might just leave. Or also, yeah, I might just move away because it doesn't work, doesn't make any sense. And if that also doesn't help because like the danger persists, then yeah, we might be in a freeze mode, which is also kind of a collapse, right? And this can be have something to do that you might know as depression, numbness, dissociation, shutdown, and so on. And the interesting part for me from this model, I knew before that there's like fight, flight, freeze, and so on. And to me, the new idea behind this is that they are kind of like building up on each other and like in a wave, let's say. And we do go through all of these. It's not like I choose one or the other, depending on, I don't know, that's my trauma response or whatever. But like, we do have, yeah, a window of tolerance, and then we go through when we have a moment when we exit it. And also to come out of this freeze mode, we have to get through the other stages again, right? So you can't just move from being like a depressed, I don't feel anything, I don't even know why I'm here. None of this makes sense. You will not go from there to being a happy connection seeking person who goes to a party every day. You will not. So that was, for me, that was interesting when I learned about it. But I have to say that, yeah, there's like debates about this, and like scientifically speaking, this like there's some debates on whether these nervous system, actually different nervous system exist in that way. There hasn't been any proof on that, but as a model, I do think that it helps us to understand, or it feels very intuitive to me, let's say. When I had a look at the emotional wheel the other day, I also thought like how like these like kind of like zones can also, yeah, be similar to the states also. Like if I feel happy, focused, relaxed, I'm maybe feeling safe. And then I may change a bit. If something changes, then I may be nervous, frustrated, worried. I want to like leave. I don't want to be here, or like I feel like anxious. And then yeah, you kind of move to a fight zone. Of being angry, enraged about something, and then yeah, in the end, if none of that, if nothing happens, like you fight on the streets, you run to the demo every day, every Saturday, you get beaten up by the police, it doesn't make sense, like then yeah, you might lose hope and be disappointed and sad and bored, and why does nobody care about this? And you might also be scared. The thing is that, like, for me, that you can also tell me if you know more about this, but as I understood, this model would also be that from there, you're not gonna jump over to feeling safe and happy and calm and relaxed again. But you might have to go back all the way through the circle to being angry again, to being anxious again, and then feeling safe. Which just sounds like a lot of work, but in a way it's also, it helps to have like an idea of what next steps are, or not be that irritated when you feel like, oh, it was better before, because before at least I didn't feel anything, and now I feel like so unstable, like why am I so angry all the time? So yeah. I think like to me that makes more sense now, but like the whole emotional wheel, like and the combination with the polyvagal theory, I've not seen that before, so it's just something that I was thinking that was an interesting thought. Now I will stop my sharing the screen, or you can also just, yeah, take a moment for yourself. You can turn off your camera if you haven't yet. You can, and we're just gonna do some grounding exercises. Some of you might know them already, but I do feel they are a necessary toolkit when you talk about skills in times of crisis. These might be necessary in order to calm down your nervous system, to have some nervous system regulation for your own, if you ever experience you are in a crisis on your own. But it can also help us be there for others. So if none of you have, for example, if you haven't experienced a panic attack yet, and then somebody has a panic attack in the middle of a crowd, for example, you might not know what to do. So knowing this toolkit, knowing some grounding methods, for example, might help you to get comrades, friends, whatever, to guide them and help them go through these moments when their nervous system might not be in a safe and calm state. There's an addition. A healthy nervous system is not going to be in any of the zones permanently. Yeah. It's more about being flexible and being able to move around the zones and not being stuck in one of the zones. Exactly. I would invite you to find an anchor for the rest of the workshop for yourself. An anchor is something that you can hold on to. You can have a look. Maybe you already have an anchor regularly. An anchor could be something that you hold on to. Anchor in the sense of like, do you know, like a ship? A ship has, when it wants to stand still, for example, in the middle of a storm. So imagine you have a storm, which is like an emotional storm or like external storm, actually. And then you need an anchor, right? To not be pushed away, to not lose yourself. So that would be something that you, like an object, could be something fluffy if you like fluffy, could be something spiky if you like the sensation of something spiky, for example. It could be a fidget toy if you have something like that. It could be a t-shirt of your person who smell you like, if the person, if that is still available, or just find an object that gives you a feeling of safety and that you can hold on to when everything is a bit much. If you found something, I would like to hear from you which one it is. You can type it in the chat or mute yourself. And if you don't want to share, it's also fine. Just to also for others to get an impression of like what kind of anchor this could be. What keeps you safe in the harbor in the middle of the storm? Fluffy blanket, yes. Soft touch of the west. Tree through the window. A necklace. A little stuffed animal. Ein Mutbärchen. Cute. Like a courage teddy bear. Okay. So yeah, I hope you found an anchor, and if that was hard for you, don't worry. You will find one if you ever need one, I'm sure. Now I invite you to move away from wherever you are, like move away from the screen. Stand up. Move your arms, stretch. You can sit, you can lie, you can jump. What does your body want? What does your body need? Do you maybe want to, drink some water? What are your basic needs? Are they covered? Once you did that, I invite you to find a position where you will stay for a while. It could be laying down, it could be standing. In the last workshop, we did it while laying down, but if you want to stand or sit, it's also fine. And now I want you to count the corners that you have in your room or wherever you are. How many are they? And start orienting in the room. Just really focus on where you are right now. Scan the room thoroughly. And also find yourself a visual anchor. Something that gives you safety when you look at it. Or a feeling of being calm. And while you do that, we can do some breathing together. And we inhale for 4 seconds. And hold your breath for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3. And exhale for another 4. And we do that several times. So inhale, hold, exhale. Inhale, hold, exhale. Just focus on this. Inhale, hold, exhale. One more time. One more time and start realizing if your body can realize any shift from how your body feels. Okay. There's many kinds of breathing techniques, breathing exercises. You can look into it and find more. Maybe you know more, maybe you have your breathing exercise that works for you, but generally it is about like focusing on breathing. There's also like inhaling shorter than you exhale, which also makes your nervous system calm down. And one more thing that for me, it helps when it's really none of that works. When all of this, like, okay, orient yourself, la la la. When none of that works, there's one thing that works for me, which is you hold your wrists under cold water. If you feel like doing that now, I invite you to go to the bathroom and try that and see how your nervous system changes while doing that. Okay, once you are back, I would be happy to uh, get some feedback, maybe in the chat. Very awake and activated. Cool. Relaxed. Good. Clean everything around. Yeah, maybe you had too much time to stare at your room. Okay. It's okay to have a clean mind and a dirty room. Also okay to be the other way around. But I get it, like our external, like what we are surrounded by also, like at least for me, sometimes it reflects how I feel internally also, but not always. I suggest this was a bit the part on like individual exercises, and then afterwards we're gonna go into some journaling and sharing some collective stuff, la la la. And yeah, I want to know if anything is unclear up to here. If you want to share something. Otherwise, we will go to have a break now. If any of you feels like sharing and reading out loud one of them, one of your texts, you can also think about if you feel like doing that. So while it's still filling up, let us take a moment to acknowledge. Um, you know that your grief is valid, your pain is valid, your concerns are valid. You have all the rights to be mad and angry and sad and afraid. How could you not after all this? Observe your feelings, but don't let them be you. Say hello to these feelings. Hello, sadness. Hello, anger. Hello, joy. Hello, frustration. Whatever you're feeling, it's okay to feel this. Don't judge it. These feelings are part of your experiences, but they are not you. And now, if you feel like it, you can rest your head in your hand. So form kind of like with two hands like this, with like a pillow or something, a rest where your head can lie on, and hold yourself. You can breathe again if you want to do that. And you can just, yeah, let us grieve a bit together about all this violence and structural pain, harm that has been done to us and others, that has been done by us and our ancestors to others, the pain that has been inflicted within our communities. It's a lot, and you can take a moment to just be here together. Now I invite you to move a bit, stretch, and make another check-in what your body needs. Because now we will go into breakout rooms and, yeah, do a bit of active listening and witnessing. So if there's anything you need before that, it's a good moment. And if there's anything you want to share in the chat as well, anything you need before continuing, you can also do that.